So for Mother's Day, Andy thought the cherry blossom would be a good table setting. So that's how I got volunteered. And as Glenn says, everything starts with stories, and I too have a few stories. So when I first joined the club, the only thing I basically collected was cut glass and Swarovski. And then somewhere I read, or somebody at a meeting said, well, go in your basement and see what you have. You probably have a piece of glass in your basement. And I did, and it was this bowl, and I have no idea where it came from or how I got it. So that's how I got into the cherry blossom. And then, like Vicki did, I have some education that I went back through our books. And when we had Sue Obrey, and she would do a thing for us every time we had a meeting, one year it was reproductions. So I found the blurb on the cherry blossom reproductions, and it says, for the cherry blossom, the following pieces have been reproduced in any of all these colors: pink, green, light blue, delphite, cobalt, red, and iridescent colors. But the true cherry blossom was only made in the pink, the green, and the delphite. And delphite only made a few pieces and a children's set. The children's sets are only made in the delphite or the pink. Some of them are very good. Some of them are pretty, well, you know, they're good reproductions and it's hard to tell. I remember when I was first in the club and I was looking, and I'd run and find our people in Florida. Yes. Ron and Julie, thank you. And I would say, Ron, is this real? Or I would go find Rosemary and ask, because it's very hard to tell on some of the pieces. As I look through here, I can tell. And to go with that, I did purchase, to go with my table setting, a butter dish, because as you see, I don't have a butter dish here, and I don't have the salt and pepper shakers. But to continue with this, the round two-handled tray, the footed cake plate, cereal bowl, footed tumbler, butter dish, and divided platter are among those things that have been reproduced. You're gonna find that the molds were not that good, and the flowers and everything is not that good. You can tell when they've been rubbed off. You can tell your heavier pieces are usually reproductions. And with that being said, I ordered this butter dish off of eBay, and I knew I wasn't going to get a real one because of the price I paid. I paid $25 for it. I didn't want to put out the $75, which I thought probably might have been a real one, but I didn't want to take the chance. It's a very good reproduction. And I remember Sue telling us that you will find a cherry that has a smiley face, and I'll pass that, and there is a cherry with a smiley face on here. The original emoji. So, I don't know. It's here. So that was my original piece. And then to go through this, my napkins are Crate and Barrel, and they have the cherry blossom on, so. I picked up berry bowls. And then I have the salad plate and the 9-inch dinner plates. The sherbets and the small plate for the sherbet or dessert. The coffee cup and the saucer. And I did a table setting once for a function at church, and I said, geez, I used my cherry blossom, but I had to kind of put different cups around, so I have a friend in the club who's been buying cups and saucers for me very kindly, so I have plenty now. I have the small sherbet. I picked some of those up on eBay. I think I only got 2, And then I'm looking at my shelf going, oh my God, there's 4 of these up there. I forgot I had them. I'm a little eclectic like my friend. I have the creamer and the sugar. And for the serving bowls, I have the 2-handled cake plate. And the 11-inch oval. And then the 3-footed cake plate. I had an original that I took to Williams-Sonoma with a cheesecake on. A peppermint cheesecake, if I remember correctly. And some Russian worker opened up the door and it fell on the floor. Oh. Talked about that. Pink cherry blossom outsold all of the other colors made. And the rare pieces are the salt and sugar shaker, which obviously you don't see one here because I looked up yesterday and they book at $1,200. Shakers, when they made, had a production issue and they would explode. So you won't, they're pretty hard to find. And I did read an article where someone had bought one on eBay, and I think they paid $8.50 only to find out they were worth $25. So I would rather go to a show and buy real pieces for cherry blossom. You'll find them out there, but chances are they're not real. The rare pieces are the shakers, a cracker jar, and a small oval platter. And the small oval platter, I think, is 11 inches. I don't have a picture either. The cherry blossom children's dishes do well. And I did see some of the things I saw on eBay. You don't see any of the large iced tea glasses. Those are $80 a piece. I guess that's my next adventure. An 8-ounce tumbler is $38 a piece. So that's where I'm going next. One of the other things I'm a little eclectic about is my latest obsession is the Viking frogs. So, and this one I found this on eBay though for $8. It didn't have this, but I have enough of the other ones, so I just put it in here. And I have cherry blossoms in this. Those are just silk cherry blossoms. I have these candlesticks. And then I did pick up this vase with the roses in, the real flowers, at the last auction, and as I was putting them in, I said, oh, there's cherry blossoms on this. This works perfect. Any questions? I have, another obsession are miniature baskets. And then I purchased these, and I happen to have, I have 5 or 6 pink ones. So I thought that went really well, and I have dinner mints on these. Any questions?
How can you tell it's a Viking frog? You said it was a Viking.
It's a Viking. I've done some research. I know their colors. That's the right shape. So I have 7 of them now, I think, in different colors. The one I'm most is one of the tall ones.
Can you show us the Viking frog?
Well,
Was it?
so it just has the frog on top. Yeah. My flowers are glued in there because I don't want to, because they were, yeah, that's what they look like.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that if that is the color I think it is, interestingly enough, it's called cherry.
Yeah.
And it's an older color that I think was made in the 50s. You don't see it in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
And there is a certain frog that fits in those. It's got the larger hole in the center for the candle.
I didn't use one of those, but I have several of those too.
And if you find those, that I always buy them. That if you buy
An extra, yeah, I need a top now,
frog,
so,
you've got,
because I'm missing.
yeah. And I think those frogs fit several of their different shapes of.
Yes,
that
you can
orange
intermix
show.
them, yes.
I'm not sure about the Hopdale, I think the Hopdale ones might be a bit bigger. Yeah, but that's my only.
And you can almost tell if they're the right ones to go with them.
Yeah,
You can tell.
and even then, sometimes they might be slightly different, so you gotta be really careful if you put them in there.
Mhm. I don't think I missed anything. Any questions? Any other questions? I did put one of these back here, and the reason I did was I'm pretty sure this is a repo because it's thicker glass. I could tell. And you can see the difference, so I'll pass those too.